Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be on the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. I have heard so many good things about this foundation, so I thought it would be fun to try it out with you guys today and kind of give it a wear test and kind of like a demo type of thing and see how it wears and how it photographs. And what I'll do is I'll apply it with you guys and then kind of go into the particulars and details of this foundation as we try it on. So as per usual, I apply one side of my face with a beauty blender and then the other side with a brush to kind of see if one method works better than the other. So I got the shade, I'll show you the bottle right here. It's a really nice glass bottle, and then it has a kind of spatula type applicator. Let me show you guys, which I haven't really seen that in any other foundation, so it's kind of actually pretty neat. So you can kind of just apply it on your face. I got the shade Shell Ivory. They have one shade that's lighter than this. It's called Porcelain, but it seemed to have more neutral undertones, and this is the shade that definitely had more of the pink undertones. I like that it, even though it doesn't have a pump, that it has some way to kind of get the product out easier. That's really nice. So basically what they say about this foundation is it's a lightweight, long-lasting foundation that's supposed to have a matte finish, and it's supposed to photograph really well and just have that perfect finish in photographs. Have you guys ever seen, like, I'm sure you guys have seen, like late night pictures, like where it's like a girls' night and everybody has like their makeup on point, like it looks perfect. But then like someone will take a picture at night with flash and like everybody will have like these white triangles under their face, or their face will be really white and their body will be really tan. So that has happened to all of us. So basically Wet n Wild wanted to come out with, you know, a foundation that wasn't going to flash back, and they tested it in 7 different lighting conditions and all of that. So this is beautiful. This is stunning. This is just one coat. The coverage is fantastic. It's a really like soft finish. I'm in love. Like, that's just one coat. I think it's really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a second coat just to see if it's buildable, but it seems fine just with one coat. I need to put some extra on my jawline because I have a few little bumps there. This is really lovely. I'm trying to think of a foundation I could compare the finish to. It's not like moisturizing or hydrating, but then it's not like a real thick type of consistency. You know, it's pretty liquidy, but it's definitely a beautiful finish. I really like it. I'm not going to carry it underneath my eye. I'll probably just use my concealer because I don't want it to settle if it's, you know, dries down more matte. So let's go ahead and try on this foundation with a brush. Off oval 8 Artiste like dupe type brush. Okay, for me personally, my opinion as far as applying it with a brush is because it's such a light, like thin consistency, I feel like it's kind of wanting to streak on me with this particular like brush. So my favorite way would definitely be just to apply it with the Beauty Blender. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat that all in since we kind of have tested it, and I definitely prefer the Beauty Blender. This looks so nice. I really, really like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply some concealer, and then we'll set the foundation together on camera. So while I was applying my concealer, the foundation had a chance to set down, and this is the most beautiful, soft, matte finish. And I cannot believe this foundation is like $5. Like I'm incredibly impressed with it. I don't think that I would have to set this foundation, like maybe just my T-zone or something like that. But if I wanted to wear it just like this and like be happy with the actual finish of it, I could do it. I think my skin looks flawless. I love it. I love it. Like so far, so good. But I am gonna set it, and I'm gonna set it with my new translucent setting powder from Boots number 7, or just number 7. My setting powder that I normally use in my first impression videos is silica, like pure silica, and that can have a flashback. So this does not have anything in it that would flash back that I know of, or at least that I'm aware of. I wanted to use this setting powder. So let's go ahead and just set this down, because I like to set all of the foundations in a first impression. But this is incredible, you guys. First impression, it made a really good one. So this is the foundation after I have set it, and I love it. I think it looks flawless. So I'm excited to finish the rest of my makeup, kind of see how things blend on top of this, and then I'll be right back. So I am back with my makeup finished. I used the, underneath my eyes, I used this Dream Lumi concealer in Ivory, and then I set it with the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. This is really nice, and so far I really love it. This is a recent purchase. And then I also recently picked up the Milani bronzer in Dulce, and I think for me it's a little too like warm based for as fair as I am. I think this might be a nice color when I've sunless tanned, but I am wearing this as my bronzer. And then for my blush, I'm using the Makeup Geek Smitten right there. So that is the blush that I have on. And then for my highlight, I just kind of went with something a little bit more subtle, and I pulled out an older palette of mine, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow palette, and I used this Crushed Pearl shade right there. So just something, you know, a little subtle. And then the lip combination that I have on today is the NYX Natural Lip Liner. I'm not a fan of how they smell, but the color is really beautiful. Same thing with this Maybelline Lust for blush. It's a beautiful color. Not a huge fan of the smell of this lipstick, but it is beautiful. And then the lip gloss that I'm wearing is the NYX Glam lip gloss, and this is in VIP. So that's kind of what I have going on my face. And then my lashes are the BLK BFF. I think that's the lashes that I have on, but I know they're from BLK Lash. But yeah, so my thoughts on this foundation, I'm honestly really blown away with it, and I love it. And I can say pretty for sure that if you have oily skin, acne prone skin, or you have a lot to cover, I think this is actually a foundation you should definitely pick up. I think you would enjoy it. If you have normal skin, combination skin, like any skin types, I feel like would really love this foundation. And I can't say that about most foundations. Normally I'll have to say, well, if you're normal to dry, or, you know, something like that. But I have to say that I think all skin types would like this, because it goes on really light and it's really thin, but it has really good coverage. So it's not like a real thick, cakey foundation that might settle into fine lines or wrinkles. So I think like anyone could wear it. And I have to say that this is like 110% recommendation. Like there's foundations that I'm like, oh, I would consider it. This is nice. This is who I think it's good for. This foundation, for the money, my dryer just went off. It's a must have. Like I really think you should try it. I had no idea a drugstore foundation this inexpensive could be this nice. I love it. So I'm gonna do some like turn off all my lights and do some flash photography. But the thing is I'm so pale, like I feel like if there's a flashback, it'll legit be because I'm very white. So I don't know how well the flash test is gonna be with me doing it, but I will do that for you guys, and I'll have some pictures inserted at the end, and then I'll come back in a little bit with a wear test. I'm gonna try to wear this for a good amount, and let's kind of see how it holds up. So I have been wearing the foundation for about 4 hours. I don't feel like I need to set it or blot it. I think it's holding up awesome. Like, I love this foundation. So I'll check back with you guys in maybe 4 more hours, like do an 8-hour wear test or something like that. But so far, so good. I feel like with these last check-ins that I look like something the cat drug in, like I need to go to bed and it's really late. Normally I am this kind of glowy after, I'd say 3 or 4 hours with a lot of my other foundations. So I do believe that this is holding up really well, and if you have oily skin, it might be a good option for you. Of course, I could powder this and it would look much better, but it's not too bad. I've noticed a little bit of patchiness around my nose, but I've been cleaning. I've been on the phone actually for like an hour and a half. So, you know, kind of that type of thing. But overall, I do love this foundation and I do recommend it for all skin types. I think you would be happy trying it. So thank you guys so much as always for all your sweetness and just your nice comments and all that kind of stuff. I do appreciate it. And stay tuned for next week's Foundation Friday, and just let me know if there's a foundation that you would like to see. As of right now, I may do the Milani Conceal and Perfect, like maybe do that one, like an in-depth on that one. Or if there's something else you guys would rather see, just let me know that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.